let's review. Let's review Boris Johnson's final speech.
Use the last few seconds, Mr. Speaker, to give some words of advice to my successor, whoever he or
Stay
she
close to the Americans.
Number one, stay close to the Americans. Stick up for the Ukrainians. Stick up for freedom and democracy everywhere. Cut taxes and deregulate wherever you can to make this the greatest place to live and invest, which it is. I love the Treasury, but remember that if we'd always listened to the Treasury, we wouldn't have built the M25 or the Channel Tunnel. Focus on the road ahead. Focus on the road ahead, but always remember to check the rear view mirror. And remember, above all, it's not Twitter that counts. It's the people that sent us here. And yes, the last few years have been the greatest privilege of my life. And it's true that I helped to get the biggest Tory majority for 40 years and a huge realignment in UK politics, Mr. Speaker. We've transformed our democracy.
So a couple important points. Twitter is not real life. Twitter is not real life. Stay close to the Americans. Always defend Ukraine. Always defend freedom and democracy all over the world, wherever you can. Boris Johnson, listen, America, this is, basically, the United Kingdom, they put such a distinguished, exclamation point, towards, they have such great faith in us. They have such great faith in the Americans. Stay close to the Americans. And so, Boris Johnson, he is saying a whole bunch of things at the very end, and I've just been, repeating basically his final speech. It's like jumping jack flash, Boris Johnson. This is, what else did he say? Lower taxes, lower regulation. He also said stay close, keep looking at the road ahead, but every once in a while take a look at the rear view mirror. This is brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Let's let him finish it and then come back to it again.
Independence, as my right honourable friend says. I've helped to get this country through a pandemic and helped save another country from barbarism. And frankly, that's enough to be going on with. Mission largely accomplished. For now, I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank all the wonderful staff of the House of Commons. I want to thank all my friends and colleagues. I want to thank my rival friend opposite, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank everybody here and Hasta, Vista, baby. Thank you.
So, Hasta la Vista baby speech, right? That's the Hasta.
My successor, whoever he or she may be. Number one, stay close to the Americans. Stick up for the Ukrainians. Stick up for freedom and democracy everywhere. Cut taxes and deregulate wherever you can to make this the greatest place to live and invest, which it is. I love the Treasury, but remember that if we'd always listened to the Treasury, we wouldn't have built the M25 or the Channel Tunnel. Focus on the road ahead. Focus on the road ahead, but always remember to check the rear view mirror. And remember, above all, it's not Twitter that counts. It's the people that sent us here. And yes, the last few years have been the greatest privilege of my life. And it's true that I helped.
So it's not Twitter that counts, but it's the people that got them there. So it's the people, right? It's not Twitter. The Twitter is just, the people, the tweeters. What about everybody else that's not tweeting, And then I don't get Twitter. I've never been able to figure Twitter out ever. So I'm going to end this off with New Hampshire, Article 10, the right to revolution. Government being instituted for the common benefit, protection, and security of the whole community and not for the private interest or emolument of any one man, family, or class of men. Therefore, whenever the ends of government are perverted and public liberty manifested, endangered, and all other means of redress are ineffectual, the people may and of right ought to reform the old or establish a new government. The doctrine of non-resistance against arbitrary power and oppression is absurd, slavish, and destructive of the good and happiness of mankind. June 2nd, 1784, New Hampshire.